Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of Focus Typography Design. In this video, we'll be adding text effects, shadows, highlights and drop shadow to give more depth to the design. So let's begin the tutorial. First, open a new Photoshop document. Add brown background color. Next, open a Typography Illustrator file and select all the alphabets. Drag and drop it to Photoshop and scale up the size. So the first thing we need to do is add shadows. To do that, add a new layer on the top. Then, with the Command or Control pressed, click on the thumbnail of the smart object to do the selection of the design. Now change the fill color to black. Choose Sharp Brush Stroke and start applying over the intersection area. When you are applying the black color, it will be applied only under selection area. You can use the eraser tool to give smooth finishing to the shadows. We are applying black color where the alphabets overlaps. Also add shadows along the inner edge of all the alphabets. Then, using the eraser tool, give a circular finishing to all the shadows. After this, deselect the selection area using the shortcut Command or Control D. Then, change the layer mode to multiply and reduce the opacity to around 63%. Next, add another new layer and change the mode to overlay. Choose white color and change the brush stroke to soft brush. Now, with the Command or Control pressed, click on the thumbnail of the smart object to get the selection area. Then, using the soft brush tool, start drawing over the areas where you want to give highlights. Apply the highlight opposite to our shadows to show the light direction. Also use the eraser tool to soften the highlight edges. Next, add a new layer. Select the gradient tool and double-click on the gradient option to open Gradient Editor. There, change both the slider color to black. Then, click and drag to apply the gradient color. We'll use this to create a drop shadow. Press Command or Control T to transform. Right-click and choose Distort. This way we'll modify the shape. Make it narrow on the top and expand it on the bottom. Place the layer just above the background layer. Scale up the size a little bit. Now double-click on the layer to open the Layer Style panel. Take Color Overlay and change the color to dark brown. With the Alt press, just click and drag the shadow to create multiple duplicates for the remaining alphabets. Adjust the background color to little dark brown. Next, select all the shadow layers and group it up. Now, create a duplicate for the Smart Object layer and change the layer mode to Multiply. Then, duplicate one more Smart Object layer and change the layer mode to Screen. Now go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur and set the radius value around 1.4 pixel. Select the Multiply layer and reduce the opacity to 81%. And for the Screen layer, set the opacity to 63%. Next, add a new brightness contrast adjustment layer, set the contrast to 10 and the brightness to 6. Next, add the hue and saturation adjustment layer. By adjusting the hue value, you can get different color tones for the same design. We'll set the saturation value to -18 and the hue value to -16. We'll keep on adjusting the value for the adjustment layer until we get the desired output. Lastly, open the Layer Style panel of the background layer. Here we'll add Pattern Overlay. Change the blend mode to Overlay, choose this pattern and reduce the opacity to 6 and the scale to 33%. And reduce the color overlay opacity to 47%. Then click OK. At last, type out the text with the proper font and size, adjust the saturation value to give rich color tone to the design. Finally, we have completed designing a Focus Typography Text Effect. We have created out the whole design from a sketch and used various techniques during the process. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to check out the next tutorial coming up, and if you want more about designing, don't like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.